Isn't even this State of Play, though, really not the biggest story that's dropped? Because isn't the Resident Evil Oculus stuff coming?
Yeah, I mean...
Because that dropped today, right?
Did it?
I think it did.
You're talking about Resident Evil 4 on Oculus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like one of the greatest games. I'm into that. And obviously, I know people who are really into virtual gaming. Mm-hmm. And that, to me, seems like a bigger story than anything of this State of Play. Well, Resident Evil 4 has a legacy. And, well, let's be realistic. We're all going into virtual gaming anyway.
From what I've heard, it's fine because it's Resident Evil 4. Of course it's fine. But interestingly enough, there are some actions that you have to do where you have to like touch your body because you have some equipment on your body. That's how they're kind of doing the attaché case, so to speak. And people with boobs are punching themselves in the chest because it seems like they didn't playtest anybody that had boobs. Like, wow. Which I find... Again, a really good argument for having a diverse development team, or at least a diverse testing team.
So I'll give you what I'm doing in my job. I'm right now in a training program that is for a digital accessibility specialist. Mm-hmm. And this is right up in its alley. Mm-hmm. Because clearly, this is what maybe not a digital accessibility specialist would deal with per se, but somebody in this sector and in this, I guess, skill set would say, I'm a VR digital specialist. And, I didn't hear about that, but this is exactly right up where I'm going to be in my job and what is important in video games, because it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like the kind of business equivalent of like a business analyst, somebody that comes in and goes, okay, you have some gaps here, and here's where your blind spots are, and here's how you can mitigate for those blind spots. And in this case, it would be, guys, you have to account for more than just one body type. Right. So yeah, it's a growing field, and I've been hearing a lot about accessibility options in various games. I can't remember which game it was, but there was a game I heard about recently that had not only so you can pick different difficulty modes. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy, which we're going to get into in a second. In fact, I'll bring that up next since we're already talking about it. But Guardians of the Galaxy, not only can you pick different difficulty modes, but then you can customize the difficulty to adjust how much grinding you do, how aggressive enemies are, and a myriad of other options. Like, it's really robust. So if there's certain parts of a game that you struggle with and other parts that you're good with, you're not gatekeeped out of the content. I mean, there's that whole philosophy of get good, and that's fine. But what's funny to me, and I know I'm not the first person to say this, video games are the only medium that you can purchase something from, like entertainment medium, like movies, music, whatever, that actually skill gate keeps you out of 100% of its content. There are people who can buy a game and just they're not skillful enough to see 100% of that game. So when we talk about accessibility options that allows you to tweak and customize the experience in that level of depth, that's going to open up games to a wider audience and range and really kind of bring in, more people that can enjoy our favorite hobby. I'm all about it. So
to even go further into that, and I'm not the expert on it, but one of the people who's doing this training is sort of an expert on it. And I think it's going to be such an interesting, discussion at some point. Is he sort of specializes and talks about accessibility with controllers, and that's a whole interesting thing. And it's actually super interesting what you brought up about video games, because something similar is going on with cosplay right now, where there's a big issue, and I've been saying it, where cosplay is for everyone, and whether you make your costume or you buy it, it's still cosplay.
Sure.
It's such a cool space, though. What's going on in video games and what they're doing and where it's going is going to be fascinating.
Yeah, again, I feel like we're all enriched the more people that have access to and can appreciate the thing that you're into, because that's perspective and that just makes things better, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm all about accessibility. And Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the headlines here. We've been kind of whatever the game, right? Because it's from Square Enix and they screwed up Marvel's Avengers. It's actually good. People are saying it's good. Like people that I trust. Critics that I follow, and then others that I don't. But everybody, I mean, it's just unanimously, people are like, no, Guardians is actually pretty good. And I'm pleasantly surprised by that. Now, am I going to go pick it up right now? No, because I still feel like Square Enix is going to do the Square Enix thing where they have a game out and then they drop the price in literally like 2 months. So,
You're right.
like, of the major publishers, Square Enix is one of the ones that I feel like drops the price on their games really quickly. I mean, Tomb Raider, the entire series, practically fell in my lap. I made no effort to go out and get it, and I have all of them, and I had them pretty quickly. So I feel like, and again, even though Marvel's Avengers was kind of a bomb, that you can explain that away as far as why you can buy it for like $20 off their website, I feel like Guardians will still not depreciate in value, but I think they'll be eager to sell it at a lower price sooner than you would normally expect.
I'm going to pick it up soon.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, maybe the other side of that is I should go pick it up at full price and tell Square Enix, hey, I support what you did here. You know?
This is what I want.
This is what I want. Here's my money. I'm voting with my wallet. That's a good counter argument to that. But yeah, no, it's got me. I'm thinking about it now. I'm thinking about it a lot because of how much people are enjoying it.